Boy, the Mets blew it tonight, huh?
You're hot. Well, today being the 34-year anniversary of the first episode of Seinfeld, I thought it would be fun to flash back in time. You know, Seinfeld was a show about nothing and sports. And you may not know this. I know I didn't. But sports debuted on Seinfeld before Kramer, before Elaine, before the show was even called Seinfeld. It was known as the Seinfeld Chronicles. That was the pilot episode. And it was the first episode and the first line delivered inside what would become one of the most iconic apartments in television history, right? You agree there.
I would agree.
And it was about the New York Mets. So I thought it'd be appropriate with the D-backs playing the Mets that would have some fun with this. And I'm going to set this up. So Jerry Seinfeld's in his apartment. And again, this is the first episode. This is the pilot, right? And Jerry is answering the phone in his apartment. And he is basically all day long didn't want to know if the Mets won or not. Okay. So he was basically, if somebody called, don't tell me what happened in the Mets game. Don't say anything. I taped it. And then, you hang up. Then Kramer, who actually at the time, his name was Kessler in that first episode.
Really?
Wasn't Kramer. Okay. So he enters into Jerry's apartment for the first time. And shortly after, it immediately spoils the outcome of the Mets game. So this is not even my top 5, but this is one that just kind of set the table as we have some fun here on a Flashback Friday with Rock and Manooch.
If you know what happened in the Met game, don't say anything. I taped it. Hello. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You have the wrong number. Yeah, no. Yeah.
You up?
Yeah. Yeah. People do move. Have you ever seen the big trucks out on the street? Yeah, no problem.
Boy, the Mets blew it tonight, huh?
Yes, I did tape. I taped the game. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I avoided human contact all night to watch this.
Kessler, not Kramer. Kessler.
That's a great trivia question.
So that sports reference was the first, of course, of many in Seinfeld, which was on NBC. And for you guys and gals that are, under 40, you may not have watched it a lot. It aired from 89 to 98. It had everything from George Steinbrenner to Michael Jordan to face-painting hockey fans to attending a Super Bowl with a mailman. The show's about nothing, but it sure got a little of everything when it comes to sports. So here are my top 5 on the anniversary of the 34th anniversary of Seinfeld and the first episode. So my number 5 is what I call, as we watched you take our beloved Yankees and reduce them to a laughingstock. Now, what this is George Costanza basically kind of taking a reversed effect logic while interviewing for the job with the Yankees. Because if you remember, he worked as the assistant to the traveling secretary. Yes. And here he is with his first interaction with George Steinbrenner.
Mr. Steinbrenner, sir. There's someone here I'd like you to meet. This is Mr. Costanza. He's one of the applicants.
Nice to meet you.
Well, I wish I could say the same, but I must say, with all due respect, I find it very hard to see the logic behind some of the moves you have made with this fine organization. In the past 20 years, you have caused myself and the city of New York a good deal of distress, as we have watched you take our beloved Yankees and reduce them to a laughingstock, all for the glorification of your massive ego.
Hire this man.
Outstanding. Number 4, this is Paul O'Neill, if you'll remember this with Kramer, where he somehow sneaks into the locker room, the Yankees locker room, and he wants Paul O'Neill to hit 2 home runs for the kid that was sick in the hospital.
Mr. O'Neill? Yeah. Look, you don't know me.
I can give you an autograph there, but my pen's kind of screwed up, and you probably only get like half a P or something.
No, it's not that. See, it's about a little boy in the hospital. I was wondering if you could do something to lift his spirits.
Sure, I can help you there.
Yeah, well, I promised him that you would hit him 2 home runs. Yeah,
couple of dingers.
You promised the kid in the hospital that I'd hit 2 home runs.
Yeah, well, no good.
No, it's no good. It's terrible. I mean, you don't hit home runs like that. It's hard to hit home runs. And where the heck did you get 2 from?
Well, 2 is better than 1.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not a home run hitter.
Well, Babe Ruth did it.
He did not.
Oh, you're saying that Babe Ruth was a liar?
I'm not calling him a liar, but he wasn't stupid enough to promise 2.
Well, maybe I did overextend myself.
How the heck did you get in here, anyway?
All right, so number 4 as we do a flashback Friday here on the 34th anniversary of Seinfeld, the first episode. This one was pretty good. George, who decided to not have sex for a while. He basically kind of turned it off for a while. So he basically had a different way of doing things. And here he is, his newfound knowledge with Derek Jeter and Bernie Williams while taking batting practice.
Guys, hitting is not about muscle. It's simple physics. Calculate the velocity v in relation to the trajectory t, in which g, gravity, of course, remains a constant. It's not complicated.
Now, who are you again?
George Costanza, assistant to the traveling secretary.
You're the guy who put us in that Ramada in Milwaukee.
Want to talk about hotels? You want to win some ball games?
You won the World Series.
6 games.
All right, 2 more of my favorite. This one I love. George Steinbrenner goes home to the Costanzas to inform them that their son is dead. George is dead. And then Frank just berates him for treating Jay Buellner, excuse me.
I can't believe it. He was so young. How could this have happened?
Well, he'd been logging some pretty heavy hours. First one in the morning, last one to leave at night. That kid was a human dynamo.
Are you sure you're talking about George?
Mr. and Mrs. Costanza.
What the hell did you trade Jay Buellner for? He had 30 home runs, over 100 RBIs last year. He's got a rocket for an arm. You don't know what the hell you're doing.
Well, Buellner was a good prospect, no question about it. But my baseball people love Ken Phelps back. They kept saying, Ken Phelps, Ken Phelps.
Jerry, it's Frank Costanza.
All right, and number 1, this is a bromance that was great with Kramer and Newman and Keith Hernandez. And one thing, we call this nice game, pretty boy. This was the first real sports moment for the show that really kind of took it to another level. This was the spitting that happened after the game in 1987.
Hello. Hello. Oh, you don't remember me? No, should I? Yeah, you should. Because I certainly remember you. Let me refresh your memory.
June 14th, 1987. Mets, Phillies. You made a big error, cost the Mets the game. Then you're coming up the parking lot ramp.
You said, nice game, pretty boy. I remember.
And then you spit on us.
Hey, I didn't spit.
Oh, yeah, right.
No. Well, then who was it? Well, look, the way I remember it, I was walking up the ramp. I was upset about the game. That's when you called me pretty boy. Okay, that ticked me off. I was starting to turn around to say something. And as I turned around, I saw Roger McDowell behind the bushes over by that gravelly road. Well, he was talking to someone and they were pointing at you. I tried to scream out, but it was too late. It was already on its way.
Wow. It was McDowell.
But why? Why McDowell?
Well, maybe because we were sitting in the right field stands, cursing at him in the bullpen all game.
He must have caught a glimpse of us when I poured that beer on his head. It was McDowell.
Oh, boy. Look, Keith, we're sorry.
Yeah, I could be sorry, all right.
Oh, the guys, don't worry about
Okay.
it. Well, I guess
Break after this.
better get going.
Wait, no. What are you doing?
Well, I got to move.
Want any help?
I love some. You sure?
I'd love to help you move.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, guys, we got to be careful. One thing, some of the stuff's very fragile. We're going to have to handle it like a baby.
Hey, no sweat.
There you have it.
Awesome.
There you have a little fun flashback
my
on the
goodness.
34th anniversary of the first Seinfeld. The sports moments, best sports moments. We have some honorable mentions that we'll get to a little bit later, but Seinfeld definitely was a show about nothing, but it was about sports in many, many ways. So there you have it. Good stuff. Coming up as we continue here from Wright Toyota, a little football at